What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Today, we're checking out the Selkirk Lab 005. People have said it's a mix between a 003 and a Power Air. I haven't got to play with a 003 yet, but through this review, you're going to hear me reference the Power Air a decent amount. This paddle has a new face. It's a FiberFlex fiberglass. It's a 16 millimeter honeycomb core. It's got the hole in the throat for quicker swing speed, or that's what they say. The grip circumference is 4.25 inches. The handle length is 5.25 inches. The paddle length is 16.45 inches. The paddle width is 7.45 inches. Like I said earlier, the face material is a flex fiberglass. The weight is 7.7 to 8.1 ounces. It also has foam along the edge of the perimeter. When it came to the power of this paddle, it definitely didn't have the pop that the Power Air had. I also found out that it has, a lot of inconsistencies when you're hitting anywhere except for directly in the middle. I felt like the difference was drastic compared to the Power Air. Pulled out a Power Air and used it again tonight, and then went back to the 005. And I felt like the Power Air honestly had a better sweet spot, and it felt better when hitting. It felt like there was more mishits and more weird noises coming from the 005 when I swung it. But it is a less powerful version of a Power Air, if that's what you want to call it. In terms of control, it was definitely more controllable than the Power Air. My problem was the sweet spot. Like, the control can be there, but you're going to have to hit it as close as you can to the middle to get, the results that you want. A lot of dead spots, so the control was questionable depending on where you hit the ball. If you hit it, somewhere towards the middle the whole time, the drops were perfect. The control, for the dinks and stuff was perfect. But just slightly off from the sweet spot, the ball would, die off and it would simply go into the net. Or if, you hit it too good and you hit it right in the sweet spot, it would launch it. It was just really inconsistent for me compared to every other paddle that I've used, including the Power Air. In terms of spin, okay, I was very skeptical after I saw, Chris's video from Pickleball Studio. Then we got ours in the mail, and it literally felt smooth, pretty much like the Amazon paddles you get for $30, $40. Like, it was really mind-blowing, especially when we pulled out the Power Air. And after we've used the Power Air for months upon months, it still has more grit than the 005. I noticed, and you'll notice in these videos, I'm not able to flick the ball over the net like I was able to with my other paddles. Like, when a ball's up to about your waist, you should be able to flick it pretty good. But with this one, you're not going to be able to get a lot of grip on the ball to flick it over the net like you would with a lot of the raw carbon fiber paddles. In terms of maneuverability, it is definitely lighter, in terms of swinging than most of the raw carbon fiber Generation 2 paddles. My problem, though, was literally everything else with the paddle. All the way from the power being inconsistent, the sweet spot being tiny, the control being inconsistent, like all that goes back to the sweet spot. And then the spin just being basically not even there. I figured the spin is probably lower than the Engage Ultra, to be honest with you. Because at least with the Engage Ultra, you could put some top spin drives and stuff in and you would notice some dip happening. With the 005, it's a little rough. They have a really good warranty. I don't think you're going to have any problems with it breaking. If something crazy happens and, the edge chips, you could reach out to them and tell them, and they're pretty good when it comes to their warranty and fixing issues. So the durability is not going to be a problem with them. That's probably like one of the bigger pluses with this paddle, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, I used the tungsten tape and put it all the way around the paddle in hopes of it helping after playing it without it. Didn't help it, at least not enough to really matter for me. I played 2 or 3 games with it. My brother played 2 or 3 games with it, and we both instantly knew how we felt about this paddle. It was a little rough. So I didn't really deal with much customization other than straight up just putting tungsten tape on it. For the price, this is cheaper than the Power Air. Just buy the Power Air. Like, I would not spend the money on this, to be honest. I wouldn't spend money on the Power either, but if you're going to buy one, buy the Power Air or the 003. That's just my take.
So when it comes to this paddle, it really feels like a cheaper Power Air. The grit does not feel good at all. It basically feels smooth. the feel of the paddle overall was just not great. I really didn't care for whenever I would hit a ball, how the paddle would really feel and how it would come off the paddle. It just did not feel very good to me. So I definitely did not care much for this paddle.
But yeah, this has been my review of the 005. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. If you can tell, I really, really, really didn't like this paddle. This paddle, and there's been a couple others. If you go back and watch my reviews, you'll see which ones I didn't really like. And this is definitely right there with them. Like if I was to do a tier list, I'd put this in D or F probably with a couple of other paddles that I've reviewed. But yeah, if you have this paddle, let me know what you think, because I'm very curious. Everybody else has other feedback. Some people agree, some people don't. So please give me your reasons why you like it, because I'm very curious. But until next time, stay safe, have a good day, drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.